Voyager 1 has been powered by radioisotope thermoelectric generators, RTGs, for over 40 years. Details: RTGs convert heat into electricity. They use the heat released by the natural radioactive decay of plutonium-238 to generate electricity through thermocouples, devices that convert heat to electric power. Initial power. At launch in 1977, Voyager 1's RTGs produced about 470 watts of electrical power. Current power. Due to the decay of plutonium and degradation of thermocouples, the power output has gradually declined and is now under 200 watts. Why RTGs? Solar panels were not feasible for Voyager 1 because it operates far beyond the reach of effective sunlight, in the outer solar system, and now interstellar space. As of 2025, Voyager 1 has about 140 to 150 watts of electrical power available, just enough to keep a few key instruments and systems running. Here's how that limited power is being used. Science instruments. Only a few of the original 10 instruments are still active, primarily Plasma Wave Subsystem, PWS, Cosmic Ray Subsystem, CRS, Magnetometer, MAG, Communication System. The high-gain antenna and radios require significant power to send data across over 15 billion miles to Earth. Heaters. Some heaters for instruments have been turned off to conserve power, despite dropping temperatures. Onboard computer systems. Minimal computing remains operational, mainly to run scheduled tasks and respond to commands. NASA engineers have been shutting down non-essential systems to extend the mission as long as possible. Eventually, even the last instruments will be turned off, but communications might continue a bit longer. Here's a rough timeline of when different Voyager 1 systems and instruments have been or are expected to be shut down, based on NASA projections and past actions. Past system shutdowns: 1990s, 2000s. Instruments that completed their primary mission, e.g., imaging systems, were shut down. 2007. The Planetary Radio Astronomy, PRA, and Plasma Science, PLS, instruments were powered down. 2019. Heaters for some scientific instruments, like the Cosmic Ray Subsystem, were turned off, but some continued to function even below their tested temperature limits. Recent and upcoming shutdowns: 2020s, 2021. NASA began a phase-out strategy to turn off additional systems as power wanes. 2022, 2023. Voltage regulator systems were turned off or bypassed to conserve power. 2025. Current. NASA is operating with only 3 science instruments on Voyager 1 and has shut down almost everything else not critical to communication or safety. Expected future shutdowns, projected: 2026 to 2027. 1 or 2 more science instruments likely to be powered down. 2028, 2030. All scientific data collection likely ends. Final power goes to communications and basic telemetry. 2030, 2032. End of mission. No power left to run any systems. Voyager 1 will go silent but continue drifting through interstellar space as a relic.